other people. And that prevents several among us from becoming the people we were meant to be. I have been a big believer in the power of stories. Stories and storytelling have become a part of my life now. I sometimes think I'm always looking at everything around me through two lenses: a normal lens and a what does this tell us about life lens. One lens sees and absorbs what I'm seeing and hearing, and the other lens seems to focus on, wow, so what can we learn from this? What's the story here? Like a compulsive punster looking for a second meaning in everything, I find myself hunting for the story behind the obvious. This might explain my tendency to draw lessons from ordinary events, and this might also explain why my wife thinks I'm not listening and I'm lost in another world most times. Stories are memorable. They stick in our heads and our hearts. They can inspire, and they have the ability to make us look at our lives through a very different lens. The lessons and advice in this book come to you as stories. You will find simple anecdotes, everyday events, and the lessons we can learn from them. Like learning from my not yet 5-year-old twins how we make the mistake of wanting things just because everyone seems to want them. Or how a shoelace taught me that just because we've been doing things in a certain way for many years doesn't mean we're doing it right. And lessons in fostering teamwork and building the right culture, from the lunchtime table tennis sessions in office and a dinner in Salem to a painting in Berlin. Some of the lessons are from stories that have been written about in the past, but many of us haven't heard them. Like how a mental model can help us make peace with our world and not think that the fruit vendor who gave us 11 bananas instead of 12 is a cheat. Lessons from a legendary football coach in America about how small things matter. And a lesson in building a sense of collective responsibility in a team from a legendary captain in Indian cricket. You will see what a former speaker in the US House of Representatives can teach us about focusing on our higher purpose and doing what we were meant to do. In this collection of stories, you will find advice on making better decisions, thinking clearly, and influencing other people. Advice on how to be a better leader and how to be part of a great team. Lessons on navigating change, getting better, and leading a life of purpose and significance. Hopefully, by the time you finish listening to this book, you will find a story or two that will make you pause, reflect, and do things differently. These are stories that can help you become better. Because the truth is, we can all get better. We can become better professionals, better leaders, and better human beings. We can make better decisions at work and in our lives. We can think better, do better. We can become better team players and build great teams too. We can become the kind of people others want to be with and work with. And we can become happier too. There's plenty of advice and wisdom out there, stuff we don't all get to hear. It never makes it to the curricula in schools and colleges. And yet, these are the lessons we must all learn. Lessons we wish someone had taught us early in life. What follows then are some of the lessons I have learned about what it takes for each of us to get better and become as good as we were meant to be. Lessons we don't always teach young people, but which they must learn nonetheless. These are life lessons, mostly from the school of life. Will all of them work for you? I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. But what is certain is that even if one of these ideas sticks in your head,